Hello and welcome to day 3 of the Open Art Surgery hosted by your main man Jonzi D. So yesterday was really good. I thoroughly enjoyed particularly connecting with Lorato, Paul and Matthew, who've got some really nice concepts that they can work on for the rest of the week, and I think it's going to come out really nice. Bit concerned about April and crew because they had some real challenges rehearsing yesterday because of traffic or whatever. But yesterday was yesterday, and today is another day. So, my people, come check it out.
I was born and raised in South Africa, Johannesburg, for talking cities. I was born and raised in South Africa, and where I come from, dance is big. You know, there's a big medium for dance, but b-boying wasn't really. I couldn't really find b-boying as a child, you know, and then I kind of fell away from dancing as a whole because I couldn't find a group of people to really dance. And they did, but they wanted to either crump or pop, and it's not even like in the spirit of hip hop. It's that stuff you saw in Step Up only, you know. And recently, when the pandemic hit, I just remembered that Breakin is a love of mine, and I was like, you know what, dude, you should probably catch 2 windmills or 3, and then you'll be good. And once I kept on practicing the windmill and ended up getting them, I was like, nah, dude, why did you leave breakdancing? This is another one of your outlets. So it was pretty cool to rediscover breaking back at home and to be able to develop it, the breaking, as well as the theatrical aspect of it. It's pretty cool here in London to be able to develop it here in London with Jonzi and Mama. It's pretty cool. Like yesterday went really well. Heavily physically demanding. My body's beat up, shoulders, wrists, and knees. But it's been fun. Yesterday was real fun. It was kind of putting together the first parts of it, the dance aspect of it. And today's going to be working on text and just gluing everything together. So yeah, everything went well yesterday. I'm stoked about today. Emotionally, I was supposed to write a bit of a deeper story. Like it was split into 3 stories where it was a bit deeper before. But then just decided to just break it down to 1 for time's sake. It's not as deep as what it was going to be. But the whole fact that I'm doing a piece that Jonzi did a while back, like when I was still a kid, and kind of bringing it to life, it gets to you at times. It's like, dude, I'm finally doing his stuff, and I'm in his space after so many years of just watching him and admiring. So emotionally, it's having an impact, you know, working with 2 people that are very close to me on a daily to create something. Yeah, it's dense on me, man. It's real heavy. Jonzi's the guy that got me into breaking. It was one of the Christmases when I was a kid. I think I was in grade 3, I can't remember my age, maybe around 10. Dude brought in a video game called B-Boy, and he just played a couple of rounds with me, and then he's like, I'll leave that with you. And I just fell in love with the art, just fell in love with breaking as a whole. So it's not just breaking. He introduced me to hip hop. Like Jonzi really introduced me to hip hop, and Mama being a dancer growing up, like I've always been in the arts. You get what I'm saying? So these are my parents. These are my artistic parents, basically. So, yeah, it's pretty cool working with them after like watching them all these years.
So far, my piece is coming along swimmingly. Everything is down to order, and I am way ahead of schedule. And that is a complete lie. I'm in a type of stage right now. Basically, it's a bit, it's clear in one side and then it's completely new in another. So yeah, still early stages. I have 3 books that I felt would have bared some weight with my exploration of the different angles of what I could present on Saturday. The first is the rhyming dictionary. Yeah, if you don't know about it, Amazon. The second is the Mahat, the 11 laws. Just trying to understand certain principles and life patterns to make sense to what I'm trying to tell in my story. Yeah, tricky. And the third one is the way of the superior man. Sounds a bit more stronger than what it reads. It is based on humans, not just a man's perspective, but they do reference men a lot in it. So I'm just trying to understand my man sphere and then the greater sphere of the creative world that me doing something with a bow staff can actually present. And simultaneously, I'm trying to write about the subject love. Yeah, crazy, I know. All right. Dad, it's easy for me to write negative about you, but that's just it. The man I aspire to become will never be the man you think you are or know you are. I want to thank you for the good times you taught me without even realizing. Storing good memories, maintaining a good diet, and being fit. Thank you. But what about love, family, male values, self-respect? You raised me on a notion that I would someday be like you. Maybe if we ever spoke about the above subjects, I would understand your pain, loneliness, which you mask with how you hold yourself. I am the hope to your fear, or the yin to your yang. I think there is a taboo around women accepting that guys can be emotional, but also strong. But I think it challenges the woman's notion of what is strong in a guy's eyes. That is not financial, or talent, or the ability to provide some kind of strength. I don't know. Questions, because it goes back to the love life.
You do know, you just said it.
Yeah, it goes back to all of my failed relationships. I'm like, I'm a good guy that's responsible, but is it A, because I don't have money, or 2, I'm too feminine? No, I can't be that.
Every man has femininity in them.
There you go.
Same way as women have masculinity.
There you go, yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
it's just finding that balance, as you know.
Today's been very good. I've been quite happy just continuing to develop. I feel like I'm nearly there as well. I've got great feedback from the mentors and now I'm just applying it to make everything work. A lot of the work comes from my experiences and a lot of my questioning, my worries, my doubts, if that makes sense. So to go over it or to keep tapping into that emotion, sometimes I do have to take breaks and be like, okay, breathe, go on Instagram, smile a little bit. And then as I do it, it's just again, take that break, let's go back into it and feel it. But one thing I do to deal with that is take healthy breaks in and out, you know, and remind myself that I'm a human being, because I think as an artist and a lot of my artistic journey, I push so hard, you know, and demand so much of myself and, you know, kind of take my well-being for granted in a way. And that's something that I learned over time to do. And yeah, this process has helped me in that way of just understanding myself and understanding my journey, and even talking about that to the mentors as well. They pick up on it and they're like, okay, maybe you can do this or maybe you could do more of that, because they can see how far it can go. But we don't have a lot of time. Very weirdly enough, I'm enjoying this a lot. You know, I'm enjoying doing this particular piece, this particular subject at the time of my life as well. And I'm just happy that I'm able to just share that on stage, because it feels like so long that I've been able to just be honest with myself and with my work to an audience, if that makes sense. Like I was explaining to Jonzi and Anthony, just having to write down all the thoughts that I felt over the past 3 to 5 years. It's kind of made me take a look back and appreciate where I am now and who I am as a person now. And that's something that I don't ever do. You know, take a step back and look how far I've come. But, and at the moment now, even that I'm not using all of the text that I've written, to even just to dance it or to find new and different ways to just express that, again, it's like it's overwhelming me a lot in a way, but in a very good way, and a way that I appreciate and I'm very honored to do, and honored to have the space and the honesty of everyone else around me to say, you know what, that is very deep, but it's not needed because you've given us so much already, if that makes it. Yeah, so yeah, I'm enjoying it. It's cathartic. Like love releasing. Dance is a release for me. It's a release, not just an art form. It's a release. You know, it's my sanity.
2019 is further this year.
Yeah, narrowing it down a bit.
It's been a real pleasure to connect with Paul. It was actually Mo Sean that told me that Paul was going to apply to do open heart surgery this round. And he made a point of saying that he'd love to come in and help as part of the mentoring team, because he's aware that Paul has certain special needs. And also they've got a really good relationship together, you know what I mean?
Oh man, and then maybe put it down and then sort of, you know, I don't know, like you could look at it.
Jonzi has really gave me that, basically the guidance and that confidence and that reassurance that all the support I got here is this, everyone supporting me all the way, and that is just giving me that confidence to say, you know what, I've got this and I can do this.
You take out your mobile, yeah. It's nice, yeah. Exaggerate that, make it bigger. What can I say? Whatever it's here, right? Mm-hmm. Make it bigger. Okay. Yeah. Let's see that. Let's see what you're holding and where are we going. If you're saying hello to someone, let's see you say hello. If you're being shy, make it even smaller. Mm-hmm. Does it make sense? Yeah. At the moment, that part I would say is you're comfortable.
Okay. So exaggerate the
yeah,
smallness.
exactly, the smallness. Anything that you're opposite, you want to do the opposite of, do it exaggerated. If it's small, make it smaller. If it's big, make it bigger. Does it make sense? Yeah. Otherwise, you're good. Yeah.
I think my piece is coming along pretty well so far. I mean, I've already got the structure, what I'm gonna do exactly. It's just about figuring out what movements I wanna put in, and that's it, yeah. But other than that, it's going good. I think the feedback was very good, especially because it's not just me giving myself feedback, because I'm biased, of course, because it's me. But yeah, the feedback is very useful. I think I'm gonna put it in there and see what parts I want to put it in. If I like a part I did before, because again, it's all about perspective, and different people will see different things. You know.
Matthew, he is a very introvert person. And funny enough that the piece that he's doing as well is talking about being an introvert person, you know, and the difference or what will make his piece even great is the fact that he can actually do the extrovert. But he's shy, even though he says he's not shy, but he is a little bit shy to do extrovert movement. And he can. And that's what his piece actually needs. Because he's such an introvert person, every movement that he needs to do, it needs to be extrovert, it needs to be big.
Okay.
Everything, he's quite a small person as well. So he needs to expand every movement that he does. Otherwise, everything else is on point, and he's a great mover. Kofi's got a lot of work. It's got a lot of work, but at the same time, I would say with him as well today, finding the actual story, what is it that he wants to say, that was really good. And knowing who he is and what he's capable of, I'm not worried when it comes to the movement-wise. But what I was worried about him is what is it that he wants to say? What is the story? What is he saying? That's the only thing that I would say. At the moment, I'm still kind of like a little bit worried because even though the story is there, he's got loads of elements to it. I would say Paul needed physical choreographic help, and because he's a b-boy, I'm not a b-boy, so I'm not going to be able to help him to do with that, you know, unless it maybe was what can I say, stand-up dance, locking, popping, I can do that. House dance, that's me. Classical, that's me. Afro house, Afro fuse, that's me. Contemporary, all of it, not b-boy. So he needed help with that, and that's where Motion came in and helped out with, and they've been really, really good with that. And if anything, I've just been on the side, just watching, keeping an eye to see where he's at. The only thing I would say, there's few things that he needs to work or still needs to work on. There's certain things in the aspects of the piece that I would say sometimes when you do certain things or you improve or you involve an emotion in your piece, you need to have a way, or we as an audience, we need to be able to understand what exactly are you saying, why you're doing that, be able to read that, and that's what he needs to work on so that we as an audience can be able to read what he's saying. I would say with Lerato, he's got the movement, now he needs to put his lyrics with the movement together, even though he's been doing his lyrics at night. But everything just needs to come in together now. And I'm sure by tomorrow, hopefully tonight, you'll show us something. Yeah.
Coming up on the next episode of Open Heart Surgery.